By the end of this video, you're gonna know how to make high-performing social clips like this one from scratch. Here's the thing, social media is chaotic. It's a non-stop, noisy battlefield where you're competing with billions of people for the attention of one single viewer. But the strategy for winning that fight is pretty simple. Make your video as easy as possible to watch and as hard as possible to scroll away from. So whether you're starting from scratch or repurposing a longer video, every step of the process should focus on those two things. All right, step one, ideas. And here's the thing, if the idea itself isn't interesting enough, nothing else matters. The video could look amazing, sound even better, be perfectly edited, but if the content itself isn't interesting, people are gonna scroll away before they even realize they were watching in the first place. So when you're brainstorming or picking a moment to clip, ask yourself this: does this idea make it easy enough to stay engaged throughout the entire video? If the answer is no, if it's confusing, flat, or just kind of meh, then scrap it and try to come up with something better. The best clip ideas usually do one of three things: teach the viewer something new, surprise them with something unexpected, or spark a question that they feel like they need to stay and have answered. For example, maybe you got a wild story with a crazy twist ending. Or maybe there's a moment in your longer video that feels so unhinged out of context that people feel like they need to stay and keep watching to figure out what's going on. When you hit one of these three, you're aligning with our rules. You're making it easier for people to keep watching because they want to see where it goes, and you're making it harder for them to scroll away because leaving without the payoff would feel unsatisfying. But here's the catch: don't drag it out too much. If you tease the payoff for too long, viewers stop feeling curious and start feeling frustrated. And frustration, well, that makes it really easy to scroll away. So build intrigue, but deliver fast. But even with a great idea, you still need an even better hook. The first seconds of your clip are life or death, because if you don't hook them right away, they're gone. So there are two main ways you can open. Option one, clarity. Tell the viewer exactly what they're about to get right up front, like how I started this video. Option two, curiosity. Drop them straight into the action so they have to keep watching to figure out what's going on. For example, saying something like, "This one editing mistake almost killed my channel, and I didn't even know I was making it." Whatever approach you take, those first seconds should make watching effortless and should make someone pause mid-swipe and go, "Wait, what is this?" All right, now that you got a strong idea and even stronger hook, now it's time to film our video. And the best thing about social clips is that they're a lot more forgiving when it comes to how your video looks. There are tons of successful creators who just film off the cuff, straight off of their phones, so don't worry about any sort of fancy cinematography here. But here are some general rules to follow. One, you need good audio. People will forgive bad looking video, but if your video doesn't sound good, it'll be way too hard to watch and way too easy to scroll away. And you don't need a super expensive mic for this. A cheap little lav mic will probably work fine. And in most cases, your regular phone mic is perfectly fine too, as long as you're close enough, your environment isn't too noisy, or you got a tool like Studio Sound to help you out. Two, lighting. And again, you don't need some sort of intricate lighting setup, just make sure that you're well lit and easily visible. Standing outside or next to a window during the day or next to a nice soft light usually is good enough to do the trick, but getting a cheap little ring light can also really help. Three, framing. Make sure that you're centered in frame and that there's not a lot of dead space around you, unless it's intentional. And you also want to think about movement. Do you want to be moving around in your clip, or do you want to be stationary? Do you want to jump into frame or whip your camera into frame? Little movements like this can help your clip feel more dynamic and fast-paced. Four, keep your edit in mind. Think about where the subtitles are going to be placed, the platform's UI that you're going to be posting on, any B-roll or reaction shots you might need, any video or audio effects you might be planning. Let all that inform your performance and composition. And all right, now it's time to edit our video. And remember the rule, make it as easy as possible to watch and as hard as possible to scroll away from. So here's some things to focus on to ensure that. One, keep the pacing tight. Cut out every pause, ramble, or dead air that doesn't need to be there. Because when it comes to social clips, we want to trim off as much fat as possible, since every extra second is an invitation for the viewer to move on. You want the viewer sliding smoothly throughout the clip with zero friction, so keep it lean and keep it focused. Two, use captions. A lot of people are watching these clips on mute because they're in public or at work neglecting their responsibilities. So if you don't have captions, you're instantly losing a huge chunk of potential viewers. You want to make sure that your captions are big enough that they're easily legible, but not too big to where they're covering too much of the screen and change too frequently. Three, make sure it's properly formatted for vertical. Make sure your video is filling up the entire screen at a 9:16 aspect ratio. And if you're pulling a clip from a longer horizontal video, resize and crop it so that it fits the vertical format. And if you have to keep it horizontal, don't just slap it on a blank screen and call it a day. Add background visuals or design design elements to fill the space so it still looks intentional and polished. 4. Watch your safe zones. Every platform has their own UI that's going to be overlaid over your video. And if your graphics, captions, or key visuals are sitting under those areas, viewers are going to miss them. So when you edit, keep all the important stuff away from those edges. Overall, no matter what step of clip creation you're on, as long as you follow the rules, make it as easy as possible to watch and as hard as possible to scroll away from, it'll come out pretty good. And one very important thing to remember is this is all a rough science. There's no magic formula that guarantees a viral hit every single time. Some clips will crush it, some will flop, and that's okay. Your job is not to guarantee success. It's to give every clip the best possible shot at success. And the rest is up to the mysterious, creepy algorithm guys. So don't get discouraged if a clip underperforms. It's just the nature of the game. But now that you officially know how to make an amazing social clip, you should probably make one talking about how great this video was and how brilliant I am and how you definitely want to buy me a new car. And then, you know, you can make another one where you actually do buy me a new car. I don't know. Thank you in advance, but I have expensive tastes, so Lambo's on.